Hello everybody, this is Akang Suman here. Now we are going to discuss the relative velocity approach. That is important topic from the exam point of view. Whether you are preparing for GATE examinations, generally numerical questions is going to be asked from this topic. Okay, so we will see how we can calculate the relative velocity in the general method and as well as using the velocity diagram. Okay, so that's an important. So first we have to understand the basic understanding of the relative velocity. If this is a circular path and I'm going to consider 2 points, the one is A and the second is B point. Okay. Now we are going to find out the velocity at point B as well as the velocity at point A. Since there is no relative motions, I'm going to assume this is O. Since there is no relative motions between O and B along the radius, because the radius is fixed, so there is no relative motions along the AB, along the radius you can say. So only one possibility for the point B in motions, that is perpendicular to the radius, so that would be the VB. Okay, similarly the velocity will be in perpendicular to the radius and that is denoted as VA. Okay, now see here, y is in that direction since it is perpendicular, always perpendicular to radius. Okay, omega is rotating in the anti-clockwise direction. Omega is in the anti-clockwise direction, so that's why the velocity at point B will be like that. Okay, if the omega is in clockwise direction like that, the direction of the velocity of both the points will change and it would be in opposite direction, but it will remain perpendicular to radius. Okay, it will remain perpendicular to the radius. This is a VA. Okay? Now we are going to understand the general formula for the linear velocity, or what is the meaning of the, what is the difference between the linear speed and the linear velocity. The speed is a scalar quantity, whereas the velocity is vector quantity. Okay, speeds don't have any direction, but the velocity having the direction. Okay, so that is the omega r, that is the general formula that you must remember. V is equal to r omega. Okay, now see here, how can we calculate the relative velocity? First of all, we will see how we represent this, that is VBO. That is the meaning of velocity, relative velocity of point B with respect to O. That is denoted by VB minus VO. We all know that O means the center of the circle and it is not going to be moved, it is a fixed. So that's why it is having zero velocity. So finally we can represent it as VB. Okay, since it is a velocity, so we can consider as a scalar quantity. Okay, similarly if I'm talking about the point A, that would be like that, and VA minus VO, and that is 0, so it would be represented as VA vector. Okay, you can also consider here as vector because we are discussing about the velocity. Are you getting my point? So that is for when one point is having the fixed center, that means having zero velocity. Now we need to understand, see here, I'm going to consider a link, general link. Okay, we have discussed this is a circular path, we already discussed. You are able to understand the relative velocity on the basis of circular path. Now we will discuss some random system, some random shape. Okay, and this is a link. Okay, now you can consider more easy link, so it would be easy to understand. Okay, this is, if this is one complicated, you can understand using this link. Okay, now this is also the fixed link. See here, this one link is a rigid link. Okay, what it is, rigid link means there is no relative motions along the link. Okay, there cannot be any changes along the line. I'm going to consider one point, that is B, and that is A, and that is I'm going to consider random points in the that is C. Okay. Now this link is going to be rotated about A. Okay, because A is a fixed joint, that is a fixed. Okay, if it is having the angular velocity omega and it is rotating in that directions, so what would be the direction of velocity at point B? That would be perpendicular to the link. Yes or no? That would be perpendicular to the link. So that is denoted as VB. But is it VB or VBA? Tell me. Is it VB or VBA? That is basically the relative velocity VBA. Okay. Because there we are discussing the relative velocity. Okay. So we can write here that is VBA. VBA. This is another thing that if velocity at point is having zero value, that is another thing, but we are discussing the relative velocity. We will represent velocity as the relative velocity. Okay, so that is VBA. That is another thing, that VA is having the zero velocity, but we will represent relative velocity accurately. So that is the velocity at point B. If I'm talking about the velocity at point C, that would also be in the perpendicular directions to the link, that is VCA, because we are discussing the relative velocity at point C with respect to A. Are you getting my point? You are able to understand that here omega is constant for a link. See here, we all know that V is equal to R omega. We all know that V is equal to R omega, and since omega is constant for a link, but here we can see that point B and the point C are having different radius, because the radius can be measured from this. Okay, if this is R1, okay, and if this is R2, so we can, as we can see that since the radius is going to be changing, so we can say linear velocity at point B and the linear velocity at point C will not be same, that would be different. Okay, so here I'm going to write here that VBA, I'm going to write here, that is VBA is equal to R2 omega, because omega is constant, and we can write VCA is equal to R1 omega. Okay, so here you can see that the velocity at different points will be different because the radius is going to be changes. Okay, but the omega will be same. Omega is the angular velocity. The unit of the omega is radian per second. If the speed of the link is given in RPM, you can calculate the omega using omega is equal to 2 pi n by 60. If n is given, n is in RPM, revolution per minute. If it is given, you can find out the value of omega, angular velocity here. So here I am going to write that the statement, that is the important statement, velocity at any point, velocity at any point on the link with respect to other point on the same link is always perpendicular to the line joining of these points. Okay, we already discussed it numerically. Okay, here what we have done, that is the statement for that. Okay, so velocity of any point on the link with respect to other point on the same link is always perpendicular to the line joining these two points, always perpendicular to line joining these points. Now here we have seen that the linear velocity in terms of angular velocity. Okay, relative velocity, how can we calculate the linear velocity mathematically? Now we are going to find out how can we calculate the linear velocity using the velocity diagram. Are you getting my point? So now I am going to consider an example, that is A and having the velocity VA. Okay, that is another link having the velocity VB in that direction. Okay, now we have to calculate the relative velocity. How can we calculate the relative velocity between A and B? Okay, see here, I'm going to assume that they are having some reference point, so I'm going to consider the reference point of these two links are O. Now you can see here that this would be point A, and this would be link A, this would be link B. Okay, see, this is A and this is B, and having the velocity VA and VB. Okay, now we are interested to finding out the velocity in the velocity diagram. So when you are discussing the velocity diagram, we can represent them as in small letters. Okay, we are using small letters for the velocity diagram representations. Okay, so now what is the relative velocity of A with respect to B, that we are going to discuss. Velocity of A with respect to B is can be written as VAB. Now it can be like that, VA minus VB. Yes or no? Are you getting my point? So I am denoting here them as small letters because that would be the velocity diagram. Okay, that is the velocity diagram, that is the general free body diagram. When you using the velocity diagram, you must have to denote terms in small letters in order to make difference between the velocity diagram and the free body diagram. So that is basically a velocity diagram. Okay, now how can we, what would be the representation of the relative velocity between A and B? It would be like that. Okay, now see here, that is O to A. Here A is representing as, small a is representing as velocity, small b is representing as velocity of B link, and representing as velocity of A link. Okay, that is point A and that is B. And we are interested to finding out the linear relative velocity. So basically it would be like that, VAB. VAB. Now we have represented the relative velocity in general form. Okay. Now we are representing them in terms of velocity diagram terms. Okay. And we have used the small letters in the velocity diagram. So we can write them as, that is VAB. VAB means VA minus VB basically. So we will represent them as BA when we are representing them in terms of velocity diagram terms. Okay, so that is BA is equal to, can I written as at OB? Yes or no? BA can be represented as OA minus OB. Okay, because they are the velocity having the vector quantity. Okay, so remember one thing, BAB can be written as BA. Okay, it can be written as OA, it can be written as OB. Okay, so that is basically a BAB, it would be in the directions, and if I want to know, if you want to know the VBA, it would be in the opposite directions. That would be VBA, relative velocity of B with respect to A. Are you getting my point? So basically you must have to remember this term also, that is the relative velocity. When we are denoting the velocity in the velocity diagram, we will write them as in small letters. Okay, so I hope you will understand the relative velocity and the velocity diagram. Okay, now we will discuss some more things, how can we calculate the relative velocity using the velocity diagrams. That is important, concepts. So basically here I'm going to write that VAB equal and opposite to VBA. So I'm going to write here as, that would be minus VBA. Okay, I hope you will understand the things properly. Now there is another mechanisms you can see here. In that mechanisms there are number of links. I will show you how we can calculate, how we can see the direction of the velocity in these type of mechanisms. You must need to understand how we can see the direction and what would be the direction of the velocity. Okay, first you have to know the direction of velocity, in which direction the velocity is having, then you can draw the velocity diagram in a proper way. Okay, then you are understanding the velocity diagram. So first you need to understand how can we see the direction of the velocity in any mechanism. Then after looking at the direction of the velocity, we will represent them in the velocity diagram. Okay, so velocity diagram is just the direction of the velocity. Now if I want to talk about the velocity at point A, you all know that if the link OA is rotating in the clockwise direction, the velocity, always the velocity would be perpendicular to the link. You all know very well, because there is no relative motions between O and A along the link. So there is only one motions possible, that is perpendicular to the link. So velocity at point A will be in the perpendicular directions. It depends on in which directions omega is going to be in rotations. Depends on, it may be in that direction, it may be in that directions. Linear velocity, it depends on the omega direction. Okay. So basically important thing is that the velocity at point A would be perpendicular to the link OA. If I'm talking about the AB, so here I'm going to write that the velocity at point A with respect to O, velocity at point A, velocity at point A with respect to O, procedure, it would be perpendicular to, it would be perpendicular to the line. I'm going to show you the line. I'm talking about the velocity diagram line. Okay, when we are drawing the velocity diagram, the procedure is like that. The line, you have to draw the line perpendicular to the link. Okay, when we draw the velocity diagram, we must have to do some procedure. So if you want to represent the, if you want to draw the velocity diagram of these mechanisms of this free body diagram, you must have to do the procedure. So if I want to draw the velocity of link OA, that would be line perpendicular to the link OA. If I want to draw the velocity at point B with respect to A, that would be the line, you have to draw the line perpendicular to link AB, perpendicular to the link AB. If you want to draw the next is, here you can see that the, if you want to draw the velocity at point B with respect to E, that would be perpendicular to the line, perpendicular to the line BE, or you can say perpendicular to the link BE. Okay, so that is B with respect to E, that is the line perpendicular to link BE. Okay, now here you can see there is a D, which is a slider basically, and slider is in motion, first with respect to fixed link and the other with respect to point C. So when I'm talking about the velocity at point D with respect to C, velocity at point D with respect to C, so it would be similar line perpendicular to the CD, perpendicular to link CD. Okay, and if I'm talking about the point D velocity directions, so it would be with respect to fixed joint, that would be parallel to the fixed joint. Okay, so if you want to talk about the velocity of the point D with respect to fixed link, so that would be parallel to motion of slider, parallel to motion of slider, motion of slider. Now you are able to understand how we can draw the velocity diagram. The procedure, this procedure must be followed in order to make the velocity diagram. Okay, so I hope you will understand how we can draw the velocity diagram. So it would be easy to understand. We will do some numerical questions based on the velocity diagram, because the numerical questions generally in the examinations they ask numerical questions. They will give you the mechanisms like that, and you have to calculate the velocity. Either you can calculate the velocity, relative velocity using the general procedure, or you can calculate the velocity using the velocity diagram. In the beginning, the velocity diagram method is somewhat it looks difficult, but as you understand it properly, it would be easy to understand, and it would be easy to solve the questions using that velocity diagram method. Okay, so we will do some questions, so that's why you will have to understand how can we calculate the velocity using velocity diagram methods.